This is a steamer I like to use for voice care. The brand is called MyPurMist. I am not sponsored at all. I don't know how to do that, but that would be cool if I am sponsored one day. However, I just want to share with you my brand because I really, really like it. And I do think a lot of singers should invest in having one because if you ever get sick, if you get vocal fatigue, or you want to rehabilitate your voice, this is what I do when this happens. So this device was specifically made for people with respiratory issues, so they would use it on a daily basis to help them breathe better. So if you have sinus infections a lot, if you have post-nasal drip or nasal congestion or allergies often, this is what you would use if you need to alleviate any of those symptoms. When you're doing a show, especially musical theater, your mouth is constantly open. And when you're breathing into your mouth, a lot of bacteria and infection can go into your system and get you sick. So that's why I always say, try to breathe through your nose. There's a natural filter in your nose that can help you out. However, if you do get sick, because that does happen, using a steamer can clean out the bacteria and infections, especially in the lungs. When you buy it, it comes in parts like this. You put the mask part on, you twist it, and then it clicks in. Then you take this thing called an ultra pure sterile water that you do have to buy separately. However, if you buy the device the first time, I think it comes with it. That's what happened to me. But once you use all of the little capsules, then you do have to buy more separately. So one capsule is for one use. If you need to steam for longer, complete the one capsule first and then put in another one afterwards. Each steam is about 20 minutes long. After you put in the capsule, you're gonna close the cap on it and then you're gonna click this button for it to turn on. Now, before I put it over my mouth, I do get a towel because sometimes the extra condensation in the mask will drop some water onto my legs and I really didn't like that. So I grab a towel, make sure you get that, and you just dab your chin anytime water starts to drip down your chin. After that, you just keep it on your nose area, sit back and relax, watch some YouTube videos, some Netflix movies, whatever it is to help you just relax your body. Some people ask, well, where do you breathe? Do you breathe in through your nose or your mouth? I like to do both depending on what I need to moisten up. So if your nose is dry, if you're going through post-nasal drip, if you are congested, I would try to breathe through my nose to get the water steam in there, and I would have Kleenex nearby if I need to blow out my nose. And that's a good indication that your nose is trapping all these bacteria and trying to get it out. That way I prevent my body from getting sick even more. And then if I feel like my mouth or my vocal cord or my throat is dry, then I try to open my mouth and breathe through there. That way the steam can go directly down my throat and moisten up my vocal cords. Either way, your nose cavity and your mouth cavity connects to your throat, so it doesn't really make a lot of difference. I just do whichever makes sense for me. If I'm a little bit more congested or dry in the nose, I breathe through my nose a little bit more. If I'm dry in the mouth, then I breathe through my mouth a little bit more. Or I like to alternate back and forth every 5 minutes. And then you'll hear a different sound when it's finished. That's when it goes into an automatic drying process that is cleaning from the inside, because if you leave water there, it's going to mold, and you don't want mold to be in your body. So if you breathe in a device that has mold, that's not good for you. So the great thing about this brand, it has a built-in dryer, because you can't stick your finger in that hole to clean the water out. You just have to let the device do its thing, dry it out, and you don't even have to worry about it afterwards. Now, when do you actually use the steamer? Personally, I like to use it in the morning when I know I have a show, I have rehearsals, I have an audition, or I have a lot of lessons I need to teach and using my voice a lot. So when you use the steamer in the morning, make sure you steam first, wait for 10 minutes, and then do your vocal warm-ups. You don't want to do it the other way around. I've learned that if you do your vocal warm-ups and then steam, you're not allowing your vocal cords to wake up properly. There's a certain process that you need to do to allow your vocal cords to get the water in, let it soak, let it do its thing, its magic, and then do your vocal warm-ups. Another time I like to use it is at night when I'm done with the show, when I'm done teaching my students. Do your cool down exercises first, and then use the steamer. So this is a reverse process at night. You have to cool down your vocal muscles or you're gonna cramp the next day. So cool down. They're essentially exercises that are very similar to vocal warm-ups. It's just a cool down. So I would pull the tongue, I would do some lip trills, some sirens to re-stretch our vocal cords or reconnect the vocal cords, and then I would steam. So that's how you set up MyPurMist Steamer. I don't know about other brands. I don't have other brands. So if you want me to test out other brands so that you can see how they are, compare the products, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out my daily vocal routine that you can do after you steam. But thanks for watching. That's all for now, and I'll see you next time.